everyone, so I'm here today with my cup of tea to do the Harry Potter tag, and I'm going to link to Tessa Netting's video in the description because that's definitely where I got the idea for this video, and since she just put it up today, I'd say we're pretty on the ball about this. My favorite Harry Potter book is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm pretty sure I've revealed this in a video before, so none of you are probably surprised by that at all, but I'm a really big fan of Hermione, and it's a very Hermione-central book. My favorite Harry Potter movie is the first Harry Potter movie, so Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and part of the reason that I like it so much is because Hermione actually has kind of the crazy curly hair, and that made me feel very validated as a teen. It's also a really good introduction to the world itself, and I think the way that they build that is really interesting. The Order of the Phoenix is my least favorite book. There's just a whole lot of angst in here, and Ron's super whiny. It's weird, and yeah, just not my favorite. It's not. Of course, the parts of the books slash movies that made me cry are pretty similar to everybody else. Like, I bawled my eyes out whenever, spoiler, a certain house elf died. I cried at a lot of the big emotional moments for Harry because that's, like, super necessary. I actually bawled my eyes out in the 7th book whenever Hermione had to erase herself from her parents' memory. Something about that really struck a very vulnerable chord with me, and it's still, like, kind of tearing up. So if I could hook up with any Harry Potter character, I'm probably gonna go with Harry Potter. As Tessa says, it's kind of hard to get past being able to tell people that you totally had sex with the chosen one. I think my favorite character is actually probably Luna Lovegood, and I wouldn't have told you that whenever the books actually were coming out. I was super into Hermione because I'm a lot like Hermione, and it's because I'm a lot like Hermione with that kind of side of logic that I like Luna so much, because she's a little bit more free from it. I just think she's wonderful and very true to herself and very strong and very awesome. Although for the record, I'm also a really big Neville fan. I think he grew a lot as a character within the stories, and I think he really came into his own. I liked him a lot. I have no idea what my Patronus would be. It would be something like a cat who's just as likely to pounce on you and attack as they are to sleep. Probably a cat. Okay, if you could have the Resurrection Stone, Invisibility Cloak, or the Elder Wand, which one would you choose? The Invisibility Cloak. The Elder Wand has so many strings attached, and the Resurrection Stone sounds super scary. I've seen enough Doctor Who episodes to know what can happen when you mess with time. So the which house would I be in question is always weird for me because I'm a little bit too nice and too friendly to be anything but a Hufflepuff, and I'm really kind of proud of that. But it would make a whole lot of sense for me to be a Ravenclaw because books. But I'm pretty sure I'm a Hufflepuff. If I could meet any member of the cast, I'm gonna have to go with Emma Watson. Her speech at the UN this year completely topped that for me. Yeah, so cool. She's so awesome, and I want to have an actual legitimate conversation with her and pick her brain about, like, feminism and the roles in movies and everything else, and I can feel myself fangirling, so I'm gonna stop. I haven't played any of the video games because I am sort of terrible at video games. I tried to play the Lego version of Sorcerer's Stone, if I remember right, and I was awful, but it was extremely intriguing. If I were on the Quidditch team, they'd probably make me a seeker because I like to find the little things in puzzles, and I'm kind of small, so I have to assume that that's a couple of pretty good qualities stacked into one person. I'd probably be kind of terrible about it. I mean, like Harry, I have glasses that I'm like constantly pushing up my nose, usually. I can't imagine that would be very useful on the Quidditch field, but. So again, agreeing with Tessa a little bit in that I didn't like the ending because I didn't really want it to end. I also am of the unpopular opinion that the last book was written pretty hastily, and you can tell a little bit from the way that she wrote it versus the way she wrote the other books. J.K. Rowling's a masterful writer, and that 7th book didn't do justice to the way that she writes. But the actual ending itself, I had issues with some of the characters that didn't really have a story whenever they met their ends in the end. Yeah, because clearly I'm an awesome writer. And the epilogue was, like, kind of terrible. But other than that, I'm pretty okay with how everything ended. She'd been setting everything up for a while, so it all fit together like it should. So Harry Potter is a big part of the reason why I love young adult literature. It's a big part of why I got my graduate degree. It's a big part of how I came across all of my really good friends. It's a very big part of my life, and I'm pretty excited about that. I have no idea what my life would be like if Harry Potter wasn't in it, and I'm more than satisfied with that. For those of you that also love Harry Potter, feel free to do the tag. I'll put the questions in the down bar and go for it. Susie, especially if you're looking for something to fill up some of your Bookmas videos, have fun. And if you really love Harry Potter, feel free to check out GeekyCon. I'll put the link to that in the description too. And yes, that is an unapologetic reminder that I do work for GeekyCon and I really like it. And it started out as a Harry Potter Central conference and it's still the core, and all the other fandoms that we branched into go directly back to Harry. It's wonderful! And now I'm really pumped to go work on the spreadsheets I need to for that, actually. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!